Hello, I am Randy. This is a Jacob's Triangle Homestead. Welcome to the channel. Now, who hasn't had this happen? You skip a day or 2 or 7 of harvesting your okra and you end up with giant sized pods. And these pods are actually big enough that they're not really good for eating because they are so woody. So, what are you going to do with those? I mean, you can go ahead and leave them on there and let them go to seed, but how much seed do you actually need? One okra pod will probably give you enough seed to plant all the okra you will need for the next year. 2 of them definitely is going to give you more than enough. So when you have, this number, what are you going to do with them other than just wasting them? I did some research and I found something that we can do with those. So we're going to try it out. First, let's cut some of them. There's a big one over here. See what we can do with those. Doing my research, I found that there are 2 different ways to do this. One is to do it with fresh pods and one is to do it with dried pods. I've already separated some seeds out from the dry pods that I've done before, so let's go inside and compare the 2 and tell you what I'm up to. Okay, I'm inside now and I have seeds that I've harvested from the dried pods that I told you about. I have an old frying pan because we're going to abuse it, and then the fresh okra pods that I just cut. Okay, we're going to start off by putting the dry seeds in the dry frying pan. Pour them right in there. Spread them out. Just right, there we go. Now we're going to roast these. Now I'll tell you what it is that we're doing. We are roasting the seeds from the okra. We're going to grind them up and we're going to use them to make coffee. I know you've never had, most likely you've never had okra coffee, but I've read about it. I've read that it is very similar in taste to regular coffee, so I thought, not all of these okras, might as well see what I can do with them. So while these are starting to roast, I'm going to cut the other ones up and get the seeds out of them. I'm going to do 2 separate batches. I'm going to do a comparison of taste between the dried okra seeds and the fresh okra seeds and see which one tastes better. here are my two batches. This is the batch of the dried seeds, and this is a batch of the fresh seeds. You can see the fresh seeds have a little bit more color to them, so we'll grind them up. Got some water on to boil. We'll make some coffee and taste the two, see which one's better. Got a couple spoons, maybe, yeah, two-ish spoons in the coffee grinder. Put it on it. Hopefully I remember how to tie it. Okay. Well, that ground up pretty quickly and easily. Let's put it in. I'm going to use a coffee filter as like a tea bag for this. I'll pour it right in there. That's quite a bit. I'll pour it all in there since we don't have a place to put it. And then, that smells coffee-ish. Try a couple spoons of the other one. One, two. Oh, I'll put it all in there. Okay. Put it on. Okay. The fresh one's ground up differently. I'll get its little coffee filter. Pour it in there. Some of the seeds didn't grind. I'm going to grind it some more because some of the seeds did not grind in at all. Oops. It definitely smells like coffee though. Let's grind it a little bit more. Okay, let's see how that turned out. That's better. Yeah, like I said, it's definitely smells like coffee. Okay, let me get a stapler. I'm going to make some basically tea bags out of these. Alright, now we're going to make a tea bag out of these. Do it like that. See, like that. That should work, I hope. Put the staples in it. Okay, that is in the, let me see, yeah. In the brown cup goes the fresh seeds that we ground, and then the other cup is the dried seeds. We'll do the same thing with that one. We'll make it into a little tea bag. And some staples.
Can I try the coffee one, Dad?
Maybe. Okay. There's the little tea bag. Now I just need our water, and we'll be good to go. Alright, we got some freshly boiled water. We'll add to both of them. It smells like coffee.
Oh, well.
Alright, now we'll let them steep for about 5 minutes, I think, because I like my coffee stronger. We've got our 2 cups of coffee here. Like I said, this one in the brown cup was the fresh seeds. The one in the dog and cat cup, whatever, with the green inside, is the dried seeds. So let me start with the fresh seeds. And the first thing that I notice, smell-wise, it doesn't really have much of a coffee smell to it. It has, I don't know, it's not really even a tea-like smell. Let's give it a taste, see what it tastes like. It has a mellow taste to it. It's kind of a grassy taste to me. It's not, definitely not a coffee taste. So let's give this other one a try. It's the one that definitely looks more like coffee. It does have more of a coffee smell to it. Not exactly a coffee smell. Well, let's taste it and see what it tastes like. Actually, it does have hints of being coffee. It's not as strong as coffee is. And maybe because I put too much water in it or not enough ground up seed. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Now the question is it worth the trouble? And that, I think, is going to depend on you, and if you want to go through the trouble of drying your okra pods and getting the seeds out of it, roasting them, and then grinding them. Like I say, it is very similar to coffee. One thing, if you drink coffee for caffeine, okra coffee is definitely caffeine free, so you're not going to get any caffeine from that. The other benefit that I saw that okra coffee is supposed to have that regular coffee doesn't have is that it has potassium, vitamin A, and vitamin C, and I think some other macronutrients that are good for you that regular coffee doesn't have. So it works. You can make coffee out of it. Is it worth it? I don't know. It may be more trouble than it's worth. I may try, since I do have a lot of pods out there with dried seeds, I may try some more and see how it works as my morning coffee instead of my regular decaf coffee that I buy. Yes, I do drink decaf coffee because I'm highly sensitive to caffeine. It keeps me awake all night, literally. So there you go. This is what you can do with your oversized okra pods if you don't want to just throw them away and you don't have chickens to throw them to. You can, I guess you can dry them, harvest the seeds from them, roast them, and make coffee. Probably if I do it again, I will probably roast the seeds a little bit darker because I think I like a little bit darker roast. And I'll see how that turns out. So hopefully you enjoyed this. This is, something different, something that you can do instead of just wasting oversized stuff. RJ's trying it and he's making faces, so apparently it's more like coffee and bitter for him. So thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, like, subscribe, leave me a comment down below what you think, and thank you for watching. And I will see you in the next one.